Hey guys, it's me again, and in today's episode, we make this.
He is the one.
By the way, the intro that you just saw was made live on Twitch and YouTube. Maybe check it out if you want. Now moving on to the effect. Obviously, I know that the effect is not exactly the same that we saw in the movies, but that's because I couldn't find a way to generate a series of numbers for that effect. Now don't get me wrong, there might be a really easy way to generate those text using Python code, but I'm not really equipped to write a Python code to do that. So if you find a way to generate that sort of text, let me know. But I couldn't just sit around until then. So what I did was I tried to make something similar, and if you ask me, this looks pretty cool. Let me know if you liked it in the comment section below. Okay, so the first thing that you need is your footage. Now import your footage in your 1080p comp. Now what you need to do is rotoscope or mask out the subject of your footage. In my case, they were my hands, so what I did was mask them out using mask paths in After Effects. And midway during rotoscoping, I realized that I could just have shot my hands in front of a green screen and keyed the green screen out. In retrospect, that would have been really easier. So do whatever you want. You could just spend a whole day rotoscoping your hands from your footage, or you could just shoot it in front of green screen. Whatever you like, whatever sails your boat. So now what you need to do after masking out your footage is right click on your layer and press on pre-compose, move all attributes to new layer. Name this layer matte. Now press Ctrl Y or go to layer, new solid, and make a new comp size solid. Let it be any color. It doesn't really matter right now. Now go to effects, generate, grid. Now if you want similar results, you need to copy these settings and follow my instructions very carefully. Because if the grid size is too big, the grid won't be clearly visible in the effect, and if the border size is too big, then the squares will be really thick, which is not good. So please just copy my settings to start with, and you can play with it later on. First set the size setting to width slider and change the width value to 20. Now change the border thickness to 5. Now you see this grid on your screen with all these squares. Now what's left is to displace these squares in the Z space, not X space or Y space, in the Z space, so it gives a perception of depth in your scene. Now select your solid, go to Effects, Simulation, CC Card Dance. Go to the Effects Control panel and again follow my instructions very carefully. Now I know that experimenting with these effects is really important and it's fun as well, but first of all, let's try to achieve the effect that we want, and then you can change some settings or tweak some settings to whatever you want. Okay, so the first thing that you need to do is divide the screen into rows and columns. For that, set the number of rows to 54 and number of columns to 96. Now set the back layer to your solid and the gradient layer to your matte, which will make the effect use the matte layer as a reference to displace your squares in the Z space. Now to actually see that effect, go into Z position drop down, set the source to intensity 1, change the multiplier to 1, and change the offset to something that reframes the composition to its original size. In my case, it was 0.20 or something around it. Now the next thing that we want this effect to affect. The next thing that we want this effect to affect is the X and Y scale with reference to the darkness and lightness of your matte. For example, the darker area of your matte layer will reduce the size of your squares, and the lighter area of your matte layer will increase the size of your squares. For that to actually happen, drop down the X and Y scale, change the sources to intensity 1 in both. Leave the multiplier and offset to 1. Changing these multipliers and offset will give you some trippy results. You can experiment with them later on. Now that you have your basic effect ready, turn off your matte layer and pre-compose the white solid by right-click, pre-compose, move all attributes. Now we have our matrix pre-comp, which is really close to what we were aiming for. And to make that happen, we need to add some color and add some glow. For that, go into Effects, Color Correction and Tint, set the color to green and add some glow. Now if you want to learn how to add better glow without using third-party plugins, I made a video already, check this link somewhere up here, I don't really know. Go watch it. Now I also wanted to thank a couple people who bought my Sharingan elements. Really thank you for your support, I really appreciate it. The funny thing is that the guy who bought my Sharingan elements is named Amatsu Kamui. I mean, you can't get more Naruto in here. Again, thanks a lot, I really appreciate it. Okay, so that's it for this video. I hope you liked it. Don't forget to like and comment. And thanks for watching this video. Until next time, goodbye.
Woo!
Mic drop.